Good evening. We are here to discuss the next steps for our ministry: needs, purpose, and objectives. Needs. One of the biggest challenges that a Christian or a young person can encounter is to break through the fear of speaking about God or sharing the gospel. There is a need for our young generation to be able to do this freely. The need for Spain is to receive the gospel and to acquire a knowledge and an understanding of God. Our purpose is to train the next generation to share the gospel and live the commandment to preach the gospel and make disciples. An objective is to train the team to live a spirit-empowered life that God can use to do His will as He commanded. This is a wonderful objective. This is a wonderful dream for all of us. We all want to live a spirit-empowered living. We all want to be guided and led by the Holy Spirit. The roadblock to this is that to be led by the Holy Spirit, we do need to sacrifice and surrender and be sanctified. And sometimes that is a hard thing when we find difficulties in things that we don't know how to handle. It requires a very intensive time before God every day and to practice our spiritual disciplines. There is an objective to provide a place in Spain for these young people to go and break through, to go into the streets and speak the gospel and about God with other people. The blue skies of this mission will be training program for young adults in the United States that would enable them to come to Spain and break the fear of sharing the gospel with strangers, which will also open opportunities for long-term missions. Their outreach will enable small home churches to get started with those they evangelize. We will become missional church planters while training young adults in ministry. The assumption is that people will have a hard time financially supporting these, or that people will not support the leader, or that people will lack understanding of the need in Spain for these, or they will think that we are not ready or able to do this. Roadblocks to these are funding, travel time, and church planting. Another objective that we have is to invest enough time in these relationships to be able to teach all that the Lord has commanded and make the next disciples who can open their homes to the next missional church. Without a time limit, this mission can be extended to Spain, the whole country, Portugal, and France, which are highly not evangelized at this time for young people. With an unlimited budget, we will get the most beautiful place where we can plant our new church plant. It will not be a place but a home where we can receive these young adults from the United States to stay with us, to be with us, to be counsel as they go in the streets, to invite the new people over, to start Bible studies with them, to invite them to discuss further any questions or concerns that they might have about this gospel, about this God that we talk about, a place where the first church plant will be established, and a place where the first church planters should be living and staying for as long as it needs to be for a disciple to take over for the next church planting. Our objective will be to continue to go back and forth from the United States to Spain to come to the States and train in small schooling, short schooling for children or young adults to learn the culture, to learn the need, to learn the ways to share the gospel over a different country, and to send them back to Spain. So it will be a connection, constant connection, coming and going back to different churches to go to the youth group and offer this mission opportunity. The roadblocks for this are always training, traveling from church to church, staying in places. Finances it will be a big roadblock for something that needs to be believed in and understood, and we have to put the excitement on the next generation, on the next young people, and for them to find their calling through these opportunities. Our whole organization has their own roadblocks. One of them is that there is no clear purpose. We're still trying to understand, to find a clear purpose for our team. The young adult ministry is not yet well established. We are a very young team. We have just got together in a short period of time. We're still learning to get to know one another. We're still learning to establish relationships between us so we can work as a team. Another roadblock will be to get support from the head to this mission idea. I think the only way that he will allow us, pastor, to support this mission is with results. So we have a great opportunity with the new group of young adults to get somewhere and to start something that gives fruit. We have, I think the greatest strength that we have right now as a team is that we are a blank canvas, a white canvas, that we can do everything from the beginning, that we're coming young and fresh and we can start to put this thing together, that I have the tools that I need through ORU to get this done, and that we can work together surrounding this purpose of making disciples that can make disciples. To eliminate roadblocks, we will have to work hard at relationships, work hard at giving these children the spirit understanding that they need, how to live by the Spirit. We will work hard at creating expectations of victory over territories that have been lost. I think this is a dream that can be done. I think that this is something that I am going to pursue, that I am going to push through. But as I'm learning, as I'm also building, I'm also sharing, I'm also creating and training young adults. So I need everyone's prayers and blessings, and the power of God and the purpose and the voice of God through me to get to where we have to get. Thank you, and you have a good night.